I had just left Florida State University, and I was in a pretty bad place in terms of mentally and physically as a pitcher. Um, I wasn't doing things very well at the time, coming off Tommy John surgery. My velo was down, command was down, no real command of any off speed pitches or anything. And I went to Eastern Florida State College and started to get the velocity back some. But I was still walking way too many guys, wasn't really spinning the breaking ball very well for strikes or anything. And so I was looking for a place to go to school, ended up going to Florida Tech, which is in my hometown, and pitched at Florida Tech my first year at Florida Tech, and kind of the same thing. Velocity was back to pretty decent, mostly upper 80s, 90-ish, but walking over a guy an inning, just not really a reliable guy that the coaches could count on. And so finished the year, I think I had like a 6 ERA or something. And the next year, I knew that I had to be part-time academically in the fall due to NCAA rules with my age and everything. And so I was looking for a program to get on so I could follow a program and not just be making things up as I go. And I ran into an old teammate of mine who had worked with Connected Performance, and he introduced me to Alec. And from there, I kind of got the ball rolling, and it sounded like pretty much exactly what I was looking for in terms of mobility, strength training, throwing, all that programming, everything. So that played a big part in my decision to go with Connected Performance. And we just started hitting on all these things that were weaknesses, going through the biomechanical analysis and all that stuff, and slowly just really started to dive into the process and hammering things out every day. And I definitely made sure to hit on everything every single day. I was not lazy about my programming. I did what I had to do to get better. And so I spent the whole fall just doing Connected Performance, not part of any college program at the time, knowing that I would show back up to Florida Tech in the spring and have to be ready to roll and earn a job on short notice. And I showed back up to Florida Tech that spring, as good as I've been since I was in high school, at the best I'd ever been. And I quickly earned the closer's role. And from there, I really never looked back. I was pitching as well as I had in a long time. Velocity was about as good as it's ever been. I was sinking it well. I was spinning it well, and had a good year. I led the Sunshine State Conference in saves that year. I think I finished with mid threes ERA, and honestly could have been lower if not for just one or two outings that kind of blew up the ERA. And then kept up with Connected Performance all the way through in summer ball and pitched pretty well. And then this past season that just ended, stayed with Connected Performance all the way through, and statistically had the best season of my career. I forget, of course, the numbers, but I finished with an ERA below 1.5, whip right around 1, had a bunch of saves again this year. And so it was a great journey, and I'm really appreciative of Connected Performance for all of the help and getting me back to being a good collegiate arm that could be relied on by the coaching staff. And it allowed me to be put in those high leverage positions, those situations that you really thrive in. And I had a lot of success, and I don't know that I would have had that same success if I didn't have a consistent process and routine to always rely on, like I had because of Connected Performance. It just always helps to have a process, to have a routine, and have something that you can fall back on, whether you're going good or whether you're going bad. And having that through the entire process really helped me get over Tommy John surgery, and really helped me kind of push into being that good collegiate arm that I wound up being towards the end of my career.